Where you at, crew? It's your boy Trey. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to how things are made, which should be very interesting for me because I get grossed out easily and I have a very weak stomach. So we're going to see among the videos that Kyle and Cameron put together for me today if there's anything that I'm going to never be able to eat again. So let's get started. How instant noodles are made and why you should avoid them. Uh-oh, I'm scared for this one.
Seasoning package. The hygiene is strictly controlled, and even ultraviolet disinfection is required. Pour soy sauce, bean paste, and other ingredients into the blender, and then add spices of different flavors. High temperature heating is required to fully mix the various materials. Then pour the mixed liquid seasoning into the tray.
Why bean paste?
These thick, dark liquids are the main function of seasoning. Immediately after that, put the off pan into the dryer for 24 hours, and the seasoning liquid after drying becomes like this. Then put the dried seasonings into a blender and grind them thoroughly into a fine powder. At this time, the seasoning of instant noodles is finished, and the next step is to make the seasoning bag. Put the mixed seasoning powder into the packaging machine. With the rotation of the machine, the seasoning powder accurately falls into the mold and then enters the packaging bag in turn, and then smoothly enter the frame through the sealing machine through the conveyor belt. The other side is starting to make noodles. Pour the wheat and flour into the machine and start stirring. While stirring, add the mixture of water and eggs and stir well and evenly until the appropriate consistency, then move the material to the pasta machine. The rolling machine presses the wheat into a 15 centimeters thick dough, and then the dough is kneaded into rolls through a special pressing grinder. Immediately after the rolls are transferred to the steamer, the noodles are steamed at a high temperature of 204° F, and then continue to be transferred to the noodle cutter, where the noodles are cut into uniform lengths, placed in the mold accurately, and that they are deep fried in 305° F oil to form square-shaped patties. The cakes are transported through the machine to the cooler where they are ready to be packaged. Each noodle cake is equipped with a bag of seasoning bags and then goes through the bagging machine to seal, pack, and transfer the bag. Move the instant noodles to the inspection machine and check whether the bag is qualified by X-ray so that the instant noodles are manufactured. It can be sent to workers in major supermarkets to buy and enjoy after watching the instant. All instant noodles are not hygienic.
Funyuns!
These are not your average potato chips.
Of course not.
In fact, they're not made from potatoes at all.
They're fun.
But they always got me with the onion-flavored rings.
What exactly are Funyuns made out of? Well, the recipe's been the same
I bet it don't have no
since
onions
Frito-Lay
in it.
invented the oniony snack in 1969.
One of the main ingredients in Funyuns is cornmeal. We bring it in on rail cars.
The cornmeal sits in silos at the Frito-Lay factory in Perry, Georgia. Then, the corn mixture hits the hopper. Look closely and you can see water slowly mixing in with the cornmeal. But we're about to speed things up. Next, the batter heads to a high-speed extruder.
We feed it into the extruder, which puts it under high temperature and pressure, and then it comes out of a die in the shape of a pipe. We actually cut it into the Funyun rings after that.
Then, like a Funyun dance party, these little O's dance on down to the fryer. The vibration prevents
we
them
literally
from breaking.
eating
Then they take a
flavored
bath in corn
cornmeal
oil at 300° Fahrenheit for 1 minute.
No.
This machine puts the onion in Funyun. The tumbler is the key factor in Funyun flavor. Frito-Lay goes through.
Oh, wait.
These are not
that
your
just can't
average
be
potato
real.
chips.
Flavored cornmeal?
They're not.
That's what we're eating? Okay, so I won't be eating Funyuns anymore.
This video, you might never want to eat it again. First, workers throw frozen fish paste, resembling cement, into a blender. Then, a large amount of ice is added. Under the action of the blender, the melted ice mixes with the fish paste, forming a thick, fragrant mixture that doesn't look appetizing. Next, sugar, salt, and other seasonings are added and mixed.
That don't look like no seasoning.
Complete, the crucial shaping stage begins. With the help of a machine, the thick mixture is squeezed into thin, evenly sized sheets. Meanwhile, workers mix edible dye with the mixture to create a red-colored material similar to crab legs. This colored mixture is then applied to one end of the thin sheets. As the sheets move along a conveyor belt, they pass through a pulling machine, creating a texture resembling chicken meat. The sheets are then rolled into round sticks,
What is this?
forming the basis of the crab sticks. The freshly rolled sticks are fed into a machine, where they are wrapped in a thin film and finally cut into evenly sized small sticks. Thus,
No. No crab sticks for me.
Condoms go through an oven
You
for about
lying.
10 to 12 minutes. When they come out, the latex is cured, but full of civil disobedience. A quick blast
Never
from
have
a
I
fire
ever
hose
wondered how
keeps them
these
in
were
line.
made.
The residue from this public outcry is later sold as cottage cheese. The condoms go through an oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. When they come out, the latex is cured, but full of civil disobedience. A quick blast from a fire hose keeps them in line.
No,
The residue from condoms go through...
that's wild, bruh. How they make pizza? Oh, food look good for advertising. Glue? No. Everything is a lie. This gotta be an art form. Hairspray. No. Oh, that's making me sick, y'all.
How processed ham is made.
Oh no, not ham. Not the ham. Please tell me this ain't how Chisasi ham is made. For those of you who don't know, that's like our ham in New Orleans. It's like a local New Orleans ham. I don't eat that luncheon meat stuff out the stove. It's like Walmart and stuff. So I'm hoping that this is what this is. Because I really don't want to stop eating ham. Yeah, this music they putting, this the right music. This is a horror show. Now what the fuck is that? No, just hell no. No, 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 no. This has to be a joke. This gotta be a joke, because don't no ham I eat look like that.
All starts with thousands of eggs. 23,000 free-range
Not the
hens lay
mayonnaise.
their eggs in a 2,600 square meter barn. This is where
Let me know in the
mayonnaise
comments if you like
production begins.
mayonnaise. It's like
Most
it's
hens lay an
50-50.
egg
Some
a day,
people hate it.
And the factory relies on them
I like
because
mayonnaise,
without eggs,
but
there's
only
no
blue plate mayonnaise.
Each egg is delicately placed in a tray, ready for transport, always with the tip down, ensuring the yolk settles perfectly inside the tray. The 21,500 eggs will be enough to make nearly 11,000 jars of mayonnaise. The eggs are loaded onto pallets and travel to a specialized processing factory that receives and processes up to 4 million eggs each day. Mayonnaise only needs the egg yolk, so it needs to be separated from the egg white. A machine that can separate 280 eggs in 10 seconds is used for this. The yolks exit through chutes and are then pumped into a 10 milliliter tank. Later, salt is added. This increases the shelf life of the egg yolks from 2 weeks to 3 months. Then it's pasteurized to kill any bacteria
3
and
months?
packaged in a container. Each container holds 1,000 kilograms of salted egg yolk. These containers travel to the factory. There's enough egg in each container to make 25,000 jars of mayonnaise. The raw egg arrives in liquid form and is pasteurized to kill salmonella and other bacteria. A worker connects the evacuation hose to the tank, and with a few taps of a hammer, the valve opens. An extra pump extracts the egg to a receiving tank, and all raw materials are checked to verify their freshness. When they arrive at the processing plant, stored materials are also periodically tested. The second main ingredient is soybean oil, which arrives in a tanker truck. As a safety measure, the tank comes sealed from the supplier to ensure it hasn't been opened until its arrival. A pumping system transfers the oil to a large storage tank. During the process, workers weigh the ingredients that make up the secret spice blend added to the mayonnaise. Next, white vinegar and salt are combined into the mix. Salt is added to enhance the flavor. Preservatives like calcium and sodium are also added to extend shelf life, and the mixture is poured into a large tank of room temperature water, creating what they call slurry.
Who came up with this name?
So now there are 3 prepared tanks, one of slurry, one of egg yolk, and one of oil. For large-scale mayonnaise preparation, the process begins with mixing. Using a dosing system, the necessary amount is extracted from each tank and sent to a mixing container. The remaining ingredients are added and mixed until they're completely hydrated and evenly dispersed. In a matter of minutes, the egg, oil, and slurry are mixed together. Starch is also added to maintain texture for a longer period, and it's heated, creating a creamy and flavorful mayonnaise. At regular intervals, the factory collects samples and forwards them to the quality control department. Laboratory technicians evaluate various criteria such as color, consistency, and flavor. Once it passes quality control, the mayonnaise is distributed into glass jars
There ain't
using
no
a filling
glass.
machine. The mayonnaise is moved through the pumping system to the bottling station. Pre-sterilized jars move along conveyor belts as predetermined amounts of mayonnaise are poured into the jars. The jars are sealed with metal screw caps. Each jar is filled with exactly 680 grams of freshly prepared mayonnaise. The machine fills each jar in less than a second. The cap will preserve freshness and prevent tampering with the contents. After leaving the factory, a labeling machine applies the label, and the mayonnaise is bottled and ready to be added to your hamburger.
Tomato paste, not surprisingly, is the base ingredient. It arrives at the plant in huge bins, which have been vacuum packed to preserve freshness. After unsealing each bin, the factory's quality control technician scoops a sample for testing. This is to make sure that the thickness is just right. If the sample gets the okay, workers slide the bin under a powerful air-driven pump. Then they flip a switch, and the pump begins moving the tomato paste to a large holding tank, transferring nearly 310 pounds of this ketchup base in less than 10 minutes. At production time, an intricate system of piping transfers a specific amount of tomato paste from the holding tank into a cooking kettle. As the paste cooks, a mixer continuously revolves to keep it from sticking to the sides and to blend in the onion powder workers add next. This and the upcoming ingredients have been pre-measured to be in correct proportion to the batch size. The next ingredients are salt. Then, as a sugar replacement, nectar from the agave plant. They pour in an initial amount, mix a bit, then pump in the remainder. The last ingredient is white vinegar. On the packaging line, an alignment machine stands the plastic bottles upright as they make their way to the filling machine. The finished ketchup, meanwhile, is passing through an elaborate system of cooling pipes en route to the filler. And let the bottling begin. The machine fills 8 bottles at a time. The factory tests every batch of ketchup it produces to ensure the correct consistency in every bottle. The next machine, appropriately called the capper, places a plastic flip cap on each bottle. Then, with spinning circular belts, twists it on securely. The next machine cuts a decorative neckband made of plastic film and slips it over the cap. Then a quick blast of hot steam shrinks the band to a tight fit. The next machine presses on 2 adhesive labels, one on the front of the bottle, the other on the back. Then it's off to the packing and shipping area. A sealed bottle of ketchup stays fresh for at least a year because the vinegar in it acts as a natural preservative. Ketchup also has health benefits because it's chock full of tomatoes, which are high in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant believed to protect against many types of cancer. Tomato paste,
This is an apple collected from the farm.
Please
First,
don't
pour
ruin
them into
apple
the
juice
sink.
for me.
Perform the first cleaning. Apple moves down the sink. Rubbles and clods of soil sink to the bottom of the water. Workers will screen at the end of the tank. The bottom of the cleaning tank is lined with brushes. Apples are washed multiple times. Make sure the surface is free of any dirt. Got here. The big apple will fall in the funnel, individually packaged and sold to supermarkets. The smaller ones are about to enter the crusher. Here, the belt and core were smashed to pieces. Then it is pumped to the juicer by the vacuum pump. The juice is squeezed out through a large roller filter out the residue at the same time. Unfiltered juice can be seen at the bottom. They also need to go through multiple filtration processes can be filled after filtering. Enter the canning process immediately. Rows of empty bottles filled with apple juice. The nozzle will fill the bottle to the point of overflowing. This way no air will be left behind, causes juice to go rancid. Here we are. The bottle cap will automatically fall onto the bottle mouth. Finally send the juice here. Spray with cold water. On the one hand, cooling. You can also rinse the bottle clean at the same time, then pass it through the automatic sealing machine after removing and
It'll
labeling.
ruin apple juice for me, y'all.
Apple.
Well, all right, y'all. That's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me react to how things were made. It wasn't too bad, except for that ham stuff, but I'm not really sure that ham stuff was real. I mean, not the ham at least I eat. That it just didn't look like that. But that's gonna do it for this video. As always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. And as usual, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.